Hello YouTube, I hope everybody's doing fine as usual, and I want to show you my second edition of my retro clock. This is my ice cube clock that you can order on Tindie. I have showed it many times. It is actually my best selling product, and I did receive some PCBs today, and this is the first time. I normally do not like green PCBs, but I figured for the retro clock green would be the way to go, kinda to match the green PCB in the displays itself. So I did order green PCBs, and this time I ordered a stencil as well, which makes it so much easier. And I learned something new a while ago, that you can order the stencils in custom sizes. Normally they're like much bigger, and although the stencil does not cost much, it does increase the postage, the shipping price, quite a bit. But you order it like the size that you need it, front and back, although I still solder the back, put the solder paste by hand because I did forget the 4 aligning holes. If you order the stencil in smaller size, it does not increase shipping by much. And what I'm using here is the screw holes. I have pins. These are 2mm holes. Those are 2mm, I guess, steel pins, and they go perfectly in here without any wiggle, as you can see or not see. And I just put it on here. I will make a jig, a holding jig, to make it easier, but right now I just put the PCB underneath, put the 4 pins in there, put it on the table, and then put the solder paste on there which takes like a minute compared to 15 to 20 minutes to do this by hand. And anyway, I forgot to put the holes because there's holes and there's another layer. I can't think of it right now. In Eagle, that I have this on the top layer, and then on the bottom layer I would have to put it as well, so I can align it on the bottom as well. But anyway, this is the stencil, and today I figured I make a wristwatch. Probably nobody will buy this one, but I have 2 of those carbon fiber back plates, and I figured why not make a wristwatch. Maybe somebody likes it and will buy it like this. I was gonna put the acrylic on top. I didn't do that yet because it will increase the height by another 3mm. I will get some acrylic in 2mm, and I might even order glass, Gorilla Glass, for this, although I'm not sure if I screw the glass down, if it's gonna be in any in mechanical bind, and if it would crack or not, and I tighten down the screws or whatnot. So I might still use acrylic, I'm not sure. So these are the PCBs, as I said, and you can see green front and back. These PCBs actually will have a wireless charging option, and for that I had to put another 2 pads for the wireless receiver, and I made a solder jumper here that I can choose if the wireless charging will charge the LiPo, or if you want to use this as a desktop clock only, without the need to charge the LiPo, or maybe even without the LiPo, it would just power it through the wireless. And of course it has a RTC chip and battery, backup battery, so the time will keep working. So, and I have two codes here that are slightly different. Well, let me show you one first. So this one has the breathing LEDs, and then it shows the temperature and then the date, and then back to time. Time has the blinking, how you call those, the double dots. I'm sorry, can't think of it right now. Anyway, I'm working on a new code that will technically combine these two codes together and make it adjustable, because right now, and I also have a different kind of switch here, as you can see, with a smaller knob that doesn't produce as much, but it's still easy to manipulate or use. So anyway, this is the one of the codes, and this is the second one. And this one shows the date in a different format by showing the month in 3 characters. And then it goes back to time. This doesn't have the blinking dots. In Germany we call it Doppelpunkt, double point, but I can't think of it in English right now. Anyway, it will be a combination of these two codes actually, because this one doesn't use a library for the display, and it's harder to write something special to it. This one does use a library, but as of now it has only two functions, just time and date. And since these are 14 segment LED displays, I want to include text as much as possible. So, and I want to show you the alarm feature and the hourly text that comes up. For that I will change the code, because I passed the hour. I'm waiting for 2 hours. I was gonna make it right on the hour so you can show you in real time, but now I will just adjust the code. And by the way, it has Type-C connector, both for charging. You can see the charging LED goes off when it's full, and it has a USB to TTL chip in there, so I can upload code directly to it. I don't need any USB adapter or anything else. So right now, just a second, let me get the right code up here. Okay, this one has a whole bunch of text that scrolls by, and you can adjust it for time, hours, minutes, and weekdays. So you can have a certain message for Mondays, certain message for Tuesdays, and so on, which I do have on this code. So right now it's changed, it's 2 o'clock something, right? So I'm gonna change the 2 o'clock to show that it's 2 o'clock 14, let's make it 15 minutes, and I am uploading the code right now. So that's pretty practical. I think that you can just plug it in, upload code, and my best customer actually, and the person who bought the most clocks from me, Adam, thank you Adam for your support, he did order this one and he got it and he loves it, but right now he has the demo code on it and he cannot adjust any time on it. So as soon as I have the code finished, I will send him the code and he can just upload it to his clock. So now you will see at 2:15 so that's what you have. Let me actually turn my fan off here. I have a desktop fan, that's because it's pretty warm here. Should have done that earlier. I hope you could understand what I was saying. Sorry about that, I forgot it. Anyway, you saw at 2:15 the text scrolled, and of course I can change the text as well. It is 2 o'clock. Well, I'm not going to do that right now, but anyway, I will include that. That will be an hourly alert. And this one, it will also show the battery information. I was gonna do it in numbers, but then I figured since it does have special characters that you can display on these nice displays, I will make like a battery gauge or battery meter that then goes down as the battery voltage goes down. I could also show battery percentage, and so there are quite a few things that will be added, and then it will have, of course, options. This right now is 24-hour time. It will have also 12 o'clock time for my customers in the United States, and it will have, of course, features like turning alarm on and off, adjusting alarm, adjusting time, muting it during late hours, and those will be all options and all controlled by the navigation switch. This is the other navigation switch that I normally use, and as you can see, it is slightly larger. Also on this is the second revision of the PCB. As you know, after you make the first one and just send it out, you have another idea, but it's too late and you keep it for the next revision. I did move the navigation switch a little bit to the inside so it doesn't stick out as much anymore. And also the speaker on the first version was firing up, and on the new version of the PCB it is actually facing downwards, and if you put this on the table then it will be much louder because the sound resonates off the table. And I think this is it. I will of course make the green one as a desktop with acrylic as well. I just wanted to make this one today, and since the PCBs all have the same size and holes and whatnot, they are all pretty much interchangeable. I could technically make the clock also as a keychain because I have a few of these carbon fiber backplates with this hole that you could hang on your keychain, as I have actually on my car key. And this is just a picture viewer that I did show before, and this one is I'm having it on my key for the last, I don't know, 5-6 months or even more, and the display is of course sturdy, but it did not get scratched, and even the carbon fiber looks nice, and I'm not pampering it. It just goes anywhere with me. So that was that. And I also had a little trouble with the year, and I finally figured it out tonight, because obviously normally it does show 2021, and on here it did show the first 2 characters, so it looked like the year 2000, and I just had to subtract in the code from the year 2000, and then it does show only the 21. And anyway, these are my 2 retro clocks, along with my ice cube clock that is using the OLED display. And obviously you have much more room here and you can show everything at the same time. And my friend Rob is helping me. Thank you, Rob, with the coding. These I managed to do myself, but now we have to add the EEPROM and whatnot, and saving settings, and making a menu for it and whatnot. And if I do it, it's gonna take another year to be finished, and I don't want anybody to wait that long, so he's helping me out. We did actually finish the canvas gauge code the other day. I will make a video about that as well. but today I was excited to receive the PCBs and the stencil. It does really save a lot of time and aggravation. And yes, after I ordered the PCBs in green, and since this one has actually the nice contrast, although these PCBs were the first 3 I ordered, they're from H.E.D.S.Park and they are purple, as you can see, but the purple does not really go with the green or the red. And I figured I will order also some PCBs in red, because that will go nicely with the red display. And on this one I almost thought of putting green LEDs on here, but then I just stuck to red. Blue, it would take it out of proportion, it would not go with it. I see all those Maxi clocks that are out there, and they are illuminated with blue LEDs, and as much as I love blue LEDs, I can remember buying my first blue LED for $20. One 5mm round LED blue, $20. And yes, that's how old I am. And that blue was like really dull. It wasn't as bright as the blue LEDs these days. But anyway, I don't think blue would not go with this. And of course these straps, it's personal taste. I don't expect anybody buying this and putting this on their wrist. Unless they are nerds in a good way, because I'm a nerd, definitely. But it would be nice to have on your wrist for an evening or whatnot. And of course it's not a daily use, because it's open and not waterproof, not splash proof, but it's different, and that's all about. I mean, this is also different. And here you can see the stainless steel screws. I have brass screws ordered. I'm waiting for those, so it will have brass screws, and the brass with the red PCB, if I order them, will go nicely. And anyway, this is it for tonight. If you're interested, drop me a line. I will put these on Tindie as soon as I can, but I'm actually still waiting for the code to be finished, so I can sell a finished product without having the customer wait for updated code. Sorry Adam, you will wait a little bit, but I wanted to so that you have it right away. As you can see, 25th June 2021, 21. So I'm glad I figured the date out. And yes, if you cannot wait, if you want to get it up front, and if you're okay with me sending you the code so you can upload it, it will be just a small program on your PC. You plug it in and then click upload code, and it will update the code, and then you will be able to change and adjust the time and date and whatnot, and configure all the different menus. Anyway, this is it, my retro clock version 1, version 2, and then I will make another one with acrylic. If you like it, please do like the video, subscribe to my channel if you like, and I also appreciate if you use my Banggood affiliate link. Last month I made a whole $1.37. And I'm looking for something to review next from Banggood. I couldn't find anything that I really like, and before I had a higher limit, I received from them my 3D printer and whatnot, and those are like $200 items. But now I can have like something for $50, or maybe if I'm lucky for $100. So I have to choose wisely what I want to review. And yes, this is it. Thank you for watching, and to all my supporters, and have a great week, whatever is left of it. I would have to say have a great weekend, but it's a little bit too early for that. Anyway, thanks for watching and take care everybody.